indicating the height and width of the vehicle. Amber in color, not burnt out, not broken, properly.
Is there really a light up there?
Yeah, there's a light up there.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now we have the sidewalls of the trailer. There should be no holes, no missing rivets. These are rivets. In the book it says rabbits, but it's rivets.
So if anything's missing, like, you have to like fix it, or?
Well, there should be none. Some of them are not going to be that critical. Other ones are going to be critical. Okay, so no holes, no missing rivets, no major damage. We have our reflector tape. White to the front, red to the back, clean and visible. Okay.
Clean and visible.
Now we have our landing gear. This is the arm, the crank arm for the landing gear. This must always be properly secured during the trip. When the truck's moving, it shouldn't be out like this. It should always be secured. Okay? Crank arm raises them, lowers the legs of the landing gear. These are the legs. It's going to raise, lower, raise. Okay? The foot or base here should be able to move or pivot freely. Now the frame and support for the landing gear. Okay, it's going to be holding a lot of weight if you got a full trailer. So the frame and support should be properly secured, no illegal welds, and no major damage. Basically, it needs to be in good condition and not messed up. It's going to be supporting a lot of weight. Okay, now we have our cross members. These are the cross members. Anything that goes from one side of a chassis or frame to the other is a cross member. The cross members are not broken, no illegal welds, properly secured, no major damage. Okay? The floorboards, which is the wood planks, floorboards should have no holes, they should be properly secured, there should be no missing planks. Sometimes you'll have them, they'll come loose and they just won't even be there.
Oh shoot.
It happens. On flatbeds, it does. It would happen on these too. Okay, now, we're going to be doing the rear axle. Okay, the rear axle of the trailer is called a dead axle. And that's because the frame here is secured to the cross members. In the book, just cross that whole section out because it's all wrong. Okay, now, it's not a sliding axle. You cannot adjust this axle to the frame. In other words, you can't put this axle back and you can't move it forward. It's a dead axle, it's where it is. And that's because the frame here is secured to the cross members. These are nuts and bolts, that's why we say secured. On the other trailers, they're usually welded. Okay, so now we have our suspension. We have our spring mounting bolt. We have the leaf spring right here. Okay.
Right connected to the tire? Or the leaf spring.
Yeah, that's a leaf spring right there.
Okay. Same as the other ones, right?
Yeah,
just like a little,
exactly.
almost like a little board.
Yes.
Metal board.
So you got your spring mounting bolts, leaf spring. This is the torque rod. You have a torque going over the differential back there, which is called a torque arm. You call it a torque. Mm-hmm. This is a torque rod. You call it just torque. Okay, see the adjustments on here?
Let me get on the other side right here a second.
Yeah, right here. See how these are, those there, they adjust. Over here, they do not. That's not a torque. It's only on one side. It's just on.
Oh, so you only have a torque on one side?
Yes, only on this side. That's it. Okay.
The
So
torque
you have
right
the
here.
spring mount. You have mounting bolts. We have the leaf spring. We have the torque rod and the U-bolts. And the U-bolts are the ones that look like U's that hold the suspension over the axle. It's not broken, no illegal welds, properly secured, no missing hardware. No, there are no shock absorbers or airbags on this trailer. Okay. Now we have our brake chambers. Okay, these are double brake chambers. So our brake chamber, and on the back side we have 90-degree slack adjuster with 2 inches of slack on the push rod. The brake chamber is not bent, cracked, or broken. It is not leaking, it's properly secured. There should be no missing clamps. The clamps are properly secured, and the lines are properly secured and not leaking. Okay? Now, more repetition. We have the brake drums. The brake drums are not bent, cracked, or broken. The linings no less than a quarter life remaining. There should be no black residue, metal grinding, no white residue. A fire extinguisher might have been used, and no greasy, oily residue that could lead to brake failure. Okay, we have our tires. The tires can be recaps. They must have at least 230 seconds of tread life remaining. Okay, there should be a 4-inch space between the tires with no objects or debris between the tires that can damage the tires.
Nice and clean.
That's what I was missing up there on the truck. I forgot to say that. I
Okay.
kept thinking to myself, there's something I'm missing.
So
Okay.
4 inches, nothing in between the tires.
Right, to get damage the tires. Okay. Now, the sidewalls should be good condition, not leaking. Air pressure 80 to 100 psi or whatever the manufacturer recommends. You would use one of the hand gauges to check the air pressure. The valve stem, you would add air through the valve stem. Valve stem's properly secured, not leaking, not touching the rim. The rim is not bent, cracked, or broken. Properly secured with lug nuts, no missing lug nuts. No signs of rust on the lug nuts indicating they might be loose or worn. The cap and flexible seal, properly secured, not leaking. Check and add oil through the flexible seal.
Quick question: are you allowed to miss any lug nuts? Like, are you allowed to be missing?
There should be no, right, you do not want to have a lug nut missing when you go to the DMV.
Okay.
That, yeah, you don't
What about
want
those
that.
up there, like the front, the
Oh,
driver's
that's
side?
it, the little chrome cap over them?
Yeah.
Talk about the front tire up there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, the lug nuts is on there.
Oh, just
That's just a beauty cap that's on top of them.
okay. The chrome cap. Okay. Cool beans.
Yeah, those could be missing.
Alrighty.
Okay, now we have our mud flaps, one piece properly secured between 4 to 6 inches above the ground. Okay, now we're going to go to the top and come straight down. Okay, at the top in the middle, 3 lights are ID lights, indicating a commercial vehicle, red in color. Properly secured, not burnt out, not broken. The door should be able to raise and lower properly. The locking arm should be able to secure the door during the trip. We have our DOT lights. Okay, the outside is turn signal and emergency flasher. The inside is the brake lights. Red in color, properly secured, not burnt out, not broken. The license plate is properly secured. It's up to date and visible. DOT bar or bumper is in good condition, no major damage, properly secured. The pintle hook. The pintle hook is properly secured and in good working condition. This is how, for years, this was the main way that they would couple, equipment, whether it be for on the ranches, farms, whatever. Okay. This is right here. This is a hook. You have a ring that would be like on the front. You'll see like wagons sometimes that they have. I don't know if you've been around where they got hay and different feed and stuff, and the ring will just go right in there. Pintle hook. Okay, and it's properly secured and in good working condition. Okay, now
Turn signal.
the
Brake light.
passenger side of the truck and trailer is the same as the driver's side. There are 3 exceptions. Yeah, that's not working too well. There are 3 exceptions. We have the exhaust and the release arm for the 5th wheel assembly on the passenger side. On the driver's side, we have the crank arm for the landing gear. Okay, if you'd like for me to continue, I will. If not, this concludes the pre-trip inspection. Now, you won't have to say all that at the end because more than likely you're only going to get the front or the middle or just the trailer.
Oh, so they won't give you all 3?
Sometimes they do, but we want to study this as the whole thing at once.
Because you never know.
Right, you don't know. And that would conclude your pre-trip inspection. That's the whole thing.
Nice.